Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed the first part. So let's continue from where we left. Now Sunny will be telling us a really interesting story. So let's go
So
over to
I
Sunny.
I had this personal incident which I still don't know what happened. But then when I heard people saying it, I couldn't actually believe it. But then I heard a lot more testimonies from their end, and they said that yes, that happens. So this exactly is right in front of Pune University. So when you're coming from Aund and you're going towards Bremen Chowk in Pune, so you have that Pune University, you have Spicer College, and you have that Pune University wala road. So
Yeah.
I was coming from Sangvi, and it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a 3 o'clock shift. It was my first ever job. Uh, One second.
I just got a notification.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that was my first ever job. That was years back. I guess I was 18 that time, and I got a job in Magarpatta and Emphasis. And so I was coming from Sangvi, and I had my friend's brother-in-law, and I had that scooty. You know that TVS scooty, that blue color TVS scooty. No matter how
Yeah.
much ever race you give, it doesn't go above
You're
40.
still at 30, 30, 40. Cyclists will race you.
Yeah. So I had that during those times, and I said that I'm any which is going, so I'll leave you to Spicer College, and probably I'll go straight then. So he said, okay, fine. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was all ready and decked up, and I was going to work. My first ever job, first day. And he sat behind. I nicely left him at Spicer College, and I was just going further ahead. The very next signal after Spicer College, that is the last I remember.
Bus.
So what
Okay.
had happened exactly? When I regained conscious, I didn't have this teeth, I didn't have this lip, and I was bleeding profusely. And I was at the hospital, and I saw my cousin coming from front. And then, my eyes were open. But that was the time I realized that this is reality. And he looked at me and started screaming because I didn't have this lip, and I didn't have one
Oh,
teeth, and I was
shit.
bleeding.
So you fell
And
down?
he said, "What happened?"
At the
I'll
speed
let
of
you. So
40?
I don't.
How
So
rash were you
I don't
riding?
remember. I don't remember.
Okay.
Now, when I was standing at the signal, that is the last memory what I have.
Hmm.
But the person, the rickshawala who got me to that hospital and called my cousin from my phone, said that when he was standing at the signal, there was a person who ran and came, sat on the scooty, gave race from behind. I got the scooty on the footpath. I bashed one guy who was in the ICU next to my ward in the same
Oh,
hospital.
shit.
I bashed him. I dropped the scooty down, and I fell down face first.
Okay.
And this person picked me up at least 3 foot in the air and threw me back again.
Arey, arey, arey.
So
Dude.
this is what the rickshawala had to say, and I had no conscience about this. So after coming to know about that particular area, they say that there are certain people, there are certain entities, I wouldn't even call them spirits, that look for seekers going towards directions, and they sit jabardasti behind you, and
Oh,
they
that's
drive
me.
and they control it.
I'm a definite sneaker, dude.
So that's
I
what they
swear.
do.
So the moral of the story is you should not use that bike. That bike is very
No,
dangerous.
moral of the story is seek and you shall definitely find. Only in Pune.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Pune is one terrible place. I've had majority of my accidents in Pune, and terrible ones.
It's not terrible. Pune is a beautiful city. Why are you seeking for things?
I didn't invite them, honestly.
It's like आ बैल मुझे मार.
Maybe. But it
मेरे को
is
तो किसी और ने मारा.
Well, that's shit scary, yeah.
So Sunny has the last story, I guess, for the night.
Yeah, so this basically is a true story. Very weird. So this basically is about a grandpa who used to stay in Lucknow. And he was a very wicked grandpa.
Okay.
And he was not good to his family, and he was very arrogant. He used to hit everybody in the family, like a really Hitler grandpa, like really
Hitler
bad.
grandfather, yeah.
Yeah, like really bad. And fortunately, the people in the house, the relatives and all, literally used to pray for him to die.
My God.
What?
Like literally.
How
They used
sinister
to.
is that?
I have no clue. So he had tortured everybody up to an extent wherein everybody would sit and see कि ये मरता क्यों नहीं है? Why just he doesn't die? And they're very fed up
Talking
of
about
him.
Modi by
Yeah.
You're talking about Modi by any chance?
No, no, no. So this grandfather, he died of an accident, wherein his
Okay.
body was found in 6 parts.
Ew.
He came under a truck and he died very bad.
Hmm.
And there was this child in Delhi
Hmm.
who used to always report of sayings that I could see somebody standing near my bed when he was 3 years old.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
he used
true.
to say, Mama, uncle, Mama, uncle, Mama, uncle. And he didn't know, the poor child didn't know.
Same family?
Sorry?
This
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Within the same
he says-
family?
Yes. yes.
No, different family. This is
yeah.
in Delhi.
Okay, this is in
Okay,
Delhi.
so it's an unknown family. The kid is seen. Okay.
Yeah. And he used to say, Mama, uncle, Mama, uncle. So they used to think he's a small child, chota bacha, isko kya malum hai? This happened till the child turned 18.
Hmm.
The same thing he used to every night, and like majority of the nights he used to get up and he used to see this figure standing right next to his bed staring at him.
Hmm.
So they realized that as soon as the child was growing, the figure started becoming more prominent.
Okay.
First it was just a blurry figure,
Hmm.
then it was the
So
man.
like from a shadow, it's becoming more clear, like from a vague
More
figure.
clear.
Hmm.
So
shit.
there was this time wherein the child was almost 24 and he could figure out that these are the eyes, the nose, and the entire face. It was a very bad face staring at him.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
And after 3 days, the child was reported missing. This 24-year-old boy was reported missing
Hmm.
and found in Lucknow as the grandfather in that same house.
What?
So this child was possessed by that grandfather.
Okay.
He took him to Lucknow, to that same family,
Okay.
and he said, I knew you prayed for my death.
Okay. He became like his spirit was there in that 24-year-old
Yes.
person.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So he got
when he walked
possessed.
into the house, by the same grandfather. So when he walked in, he started sounding like that grandfather, and everybody was shocked that what exactly happened.
Oh my
And he just said that I knew you prayed for my death. Since then, neither was that child found ever. That was the last sighting of him.
God. Okay.
After him, he was never found, and that family was never at peace. There was one day that in that entire family, there were 8 deaths, but nobody could tell the reason that how they died or what actually happened. When the post-mortem report came, there were no cardiac arrest, there was no choking of the neck, there was nothing found, a different substance found in the body, nothing of that sort. But for one thing, the kidneys were twisted. The left was in the right and the right was in the left.
Oh my God.
All of them, eight of them had their kidneys swapped. That was the only sighting found. Apart from them, nobody could say that how that happened.
This was a family of
Hmm.
grandfathers, I believe.
Yeah. 8 of them within the family died
Oh
on
my-
the same time, on the same day.
And the guy was missing.
The guy was missing. He was never to be found after that.
My God. Quite scary.
It's scary.
Scary, very weird, terrible.
Yeah.
So,
Actually very weird.
very good experience. Our first ever Zoom chat, conversation, podcast type video. So we
Yeah.
hope
Indeed.
we do it again.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed the ghost stories. Well, I got a little goosebumps hearing a couple of them. But if you really want to know more about ghosts, so please subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to leave your likes and comments so that we get to know more inputs and we can probably take you on one of our podcasts later. Thank you so much, guys. Cheers.
Please subscribe and stay tuned for some more stories and updates from us. Bye. Cheers.